Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Forgive our debtors as we forgive our debts. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive our trespassors. Forgive our trespassers as we forgive our trespasses. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. Jesus, in your name I pray for a blessed, holy, and sacred day. God, please forgive me for my mistakes. Please bless every heart and mind across the universe with great love and peace and joy. Please forgive me. And, please forgive me. Please reunite our family as soon as possible. Thank you. That's going to change right there. That'll do it. Yeah, it's like pointless to fucking try and do the thing. Oh my God, these wasps. All right. Well, that's where I am today. That is what we're doing today. You want to know what we're doing today? We're going to film the rest of these videos. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. These wasps. Oh, that's so annoying. These wasps are so annoying. I opened the windows for them and they're all over the place still. All right. Goose fraba. Goose fraba, goose fraba, goose fraba, goose fraba, goose fraba, goose fraba. Goose fraba. Goose fraba. I've been waking up at 4 for months, and then when daylight savings time ended, I've been having issues waking up at 4 because the days are getting longer. So I am now going to start waking up at 5 because it's better to be consistent. I think they left. It's so annoying. Yeah. So anyway, here's where I am. Today we're going to film a whole bunch of EFT videos. I'm going to take my smoothie. I'm going to take some hot pay. I'm going to get into a really good internal state. I'm going to relax and breathe. And then I'm going to film my EFT videos because I'm not going to do anything from a very incoherent state. And I had to sleep in a little bit more today, but I'm here. We're going to stream every day. We're going to stream every day until we reach 1,000 live streams. And that's it. And that's the work. And we're going to do it all from a very good inner state. So, having said that, I'm going to now get my smoothie stuff ready. It's time to warm it up. Let's do a few seconds of this. Get those shoulders down. All right. All right, for today's deep work, we got to finish. We got to finish this damn deep work cycle. This deep work cycle. All right. All right. Let's see. All right. So for today, man. Today, right now. All right. Today. We have to finish up these EFT scripts. There's no other way. There is no other way. Where's my thing here? Oh boy. Where is it? No. Come on. Gotta finish this deep work stuff. Pip. Pip. Damn it. Link 2 pip. Huh? Can I not zoom in here? Oh, come on, man. Please. Ay. I probably shouldn't have done that one. Yeah. Good enough. Good enough. Ah. Yeah, that's got to be good enough. Good enough is good enough, man. Ooh. What's up with that? Picture. Good. Yes. Yes, good enough. What's if you're doing screen share? All right, that's not important. Come on. Get to work, get to work, get to work, get to work. Nope. Nope. Link to Pip. Plenty. Yeah, that's plenty. All right, cool. Next. So today's deep work. We got to finish up these scripts. We got to finish up these scripts. All right, so let's hit the timer here. And all we're doing right here is we're just making sure that we get the scripts for the EFT long form done. That's all we're going to do. All right. All right, let's get to work. All right, we know that. Let's go. Let's get to stepping. Right, so I have to run the rest of the scripts, and then this brick is pretty much going to be done. Right. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to close this out very soon. Cool. Here we go. Let's export that to ChatGPT just to get a little review. Deep work. All right, my goal for today is just to literally just ship it as it is. It's not about perfection or anything like this. It's just getting it out. It's literally just getting it out now. Let's go to the playlist database. Export this as well. Okay, for today's deep work session, we need to rapidly produce the remaining batch 1 scripts and videos. So I'm talking about having the full on actual script generated and the entire thing recorded, period. Now, having said that, I've already been working on the EFT long form template, and I've restructured it a bit so that it's more organized for me and clear. But what I need you to do for me is I need you to look at the playlist PDF. I need you to get the basic idea of the playlist and who we're trying to help and how it fits with my brand, period. So I need you to, once again, tell me what my brand is, my brand compass, and tell me about the cohort for the playlist and who we're trying to make that content for. And then I need you to look at the SOC Production Hub database and look at the first 10 videos. All the videos, and then help me clarify if the first batch 1 are the appropriate videos to make, period. With the published status that says published, it means I already published it. It's already out there. Scheduled means it's already uploaded to YouTube and it's ready to be scheduled. And then the rest are idea. Have the idea published status tag. And basically here is where we need to really make sure that we have the right remaining 6 videos, because this is all I'm going to do for right now. I'm just going to do 10, and then I'm going to go on to the next video series for now. And I may add more videos as I go along, but 10 should be my basic start. Having said that, period, I need you to now audit the titles of the video, period. And this should basically be to help that cohort. So whatever are the 6 remaining videos, please make sure it's really clear if we have the right 6 remaining videos. So if I never created any more content on this for this course / playlist, those 6 videos would be the most helpful to this cohort, period. With another GPT, this is the numbered list that we came up with. So I know that it's not in the same order as the playlist Clear Your Blocks PDF ideas, but that's the whole purpose, is to have like just a working starter set. And then we fine tune until we get the right flow for what we need, period. So please tell me if the next videos for the batch 1 select tag are good to go and appropriate for the batch property tag, or if we need to change it up somehow. All right, good enough. Oh, shit. All right, we got to really boogie here now. Because once this is done, now I'm going to create the brand operating system, and the brand operating system video is going to be a complete tutorial of how I did this so fast. So just waiting now for ChatGPT, and then we create the scripts. Then I show the brand operating system and how it works and my idea behind the whole systems approach to it. Let's see how the markets were doing yesterday too. Let's see. Oh, take profit, baby. There you go. That's it, baby. That's it right there. That was it right there. There we go. That would have been it right there. Okay. Getting that market feel again. Okay, good. Very good. Getting the market feel again. Yes. Yes. I'm getting the feel. I'm getting the feels back for the market. Let's go. Oh, thank God. All right. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so these are the next videos that I'm going to make just so that it's really, really, really clear. Let's go to the episode number. Episode. Yep. Keep. UT for the part of you we've seen. This is You Are Made of Parts. I did change the title. Okay. Yeah, that's You Are Made of Parts. All right, cool. Did that. So we did You Are Made of Parts. Start here, EFT for purpose-driven people, EFT for post-anxiety, EFT for fear of judgment, criticism, okay. EFT, feelings unsafe. That's number 5. Who am I to do this? EFT for not liking how you look on camera or sound on camera. Okay. EFT for releasing cringe. Right. I mean, I think that's all the same thing. EFT for releasing fear of being misunderstood. Okay. That's number 9. And then EFT for trusting your voice. Okay, cool. That's good. That's good. Yes. Cool. Perfect. Yep. All right, so let's make sure the batch 1 tag is correctly applied. Yes, this is the first batch. All right, cool. Done. Now we're going to tell Notion AI to generate the scripts for us. That's it. Yep. Yep. Cool. Yes. Good. Okay. Now let's go up in here and let's do the work. So we got these remaining 6. So we're going to filter this list by batch 1, and I'm only going to see these 10. So there we go. Target runtime was 2030, 2030, 2030. Okay, same thing here. Let's go. Smooth, baby, smooth. So much better when you have a system for it. Yep. Done. I would imagine 22nd, 21st, 20th. All right, cool. Now, let's open this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now everything should be completely downstream from here. So if EFT, long form template. There we go. EFT long form template done. Now just wait for that to do its thing. Tell Notion AI, execute the prompt in section A, and then I'll have a full script, and then it'll be done. Okay. Done. Yes. Yes, this is the playlist. Clear your blocks. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay. Execute the prompt in section A of this page. Wait for it to fully load. And we're going to just do the same thing over and over and over again. So we're going to literally have 6 scripts just fully generated for us right now. All right, and then we also have the about, fear, your problem they want to share but feel exposed. EFT tapping for feeling unsafe being seen and heard. All right, cool. Done. Now let's do that. Let's do that now. Generate. Cool. Generate. Cool. Generate. Cool. Generate. Wonderfully done. Boom. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Approved. 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 Okay, doesn't matter. I'm gonna just have the AI. I'm gonna have ChatGPT update it so that it's reflective of the title. But either way, fine enough, good 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 enough. Oh, what is it doing? Yep, this is where it's breaking down in context now. Now it's just doing the thing for me. Yep. Approved. Approved. So why is it that it just, okay. Whatever. Just go. Damn, that's fast. That is way faster now. That's insane. That's insane how fast that is. Yeah, that's like insanely fast. Right, and so the idea here is I follow then the working procedures for the brand operating system. And what I do here is I go down to the layer 3. Content planning strategy for long form. I did the first batch, yes. Right, for playlists, for one video, for one long form video. Right. Okay, so we do right. We did the title, we did the packaging. Packaging will go last. Fuck it. Packaging will go last. And we have the title. We know the title already. We know the EFT template. So we do the scripts in batches, which is what we just did right now. Yes. There we go. We got the full script right there. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. So we already have 2 scripts now. We just need the remaining 4 or whatever. Get the scripts done, film it, edit it all in post in a batch, and then upload it, copy the metadata on the description, all that stuff, and then thumbnails. Thumbnails will be last because the packaging can always change. Because the packaging, the thumbnails, and the titles are always part of the impression stuff. But this is the most like important thing because it's the retention stuff. It's the watchability. It's actually being able to help and support people. All right, cool. Cool. Very good. Very good. All right, now. Let's go here. Good. We got it. We're getting there. Good. Very good. Very good. Yes, very good. All right, cool. Okay. So sometimes the AI does not fully give you everything all at once. I mean, like how I need it. It's missing some pieces, but overall good enough. Overall very good. Yes. Damn, that took me less than 10 minutes to generate that. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Yes. Okay, cool. So now we can say that this is now drafted, but let's now feed this over to ChatGPT now, to the specialized GPT, and let's make sure that the script is aligned with the EFT tapping for feeling unsafe being seen and heard video. Has to make sure that it's matched. All right, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it just one at a time. Very cool. Great. Great. Yes. Okay. For today's deep work session, we absolutely must make sure that we have the script that was generated for section E and the content output for section D to be reflective of the title, period. So I want you to transcribe this title for me, and I want you to tell me if the tapping script for the video, or the entire script for the video, the entire section E, is reflective of the title. And grade that out of 100%, period. Has the tapping script actually reflected the title? If not, then please give me an accurate rewrite using the exact same chapters that we have from this video in section E, but reflective of the title. All right, let's see what happens. So the video title is EFT tapping for feeling unsafe being seen and heard. And this is where it's going to get really fast. Like having two GPTs working together, it's going to go even faster. Cool. Okay, cool. Perfect. Done. Now let's go to the next one. Yeah, because that's the worst thing is when you create a piece of content and then you like drift. I hate doing that. And the original idea went far away from the thing. Like what I'm speaking about went very far away from actually doing that. Okay, great. Now I need you to do the exact same thing for this video. Script, period. I need you to audit the title and make sure that the generated sections of section D and section E reflect the title and that it's in alignment with the title, which is ultimately reflective of the course/playlist concept, which is ultimately reflective of my brand compass, period. So just make sure that the script that was generated reflects the whole idea behind the title so that the viewer gets what they expected from the video. And grade that out of 100%, period. Do we need a rewrite or are we good to go here? Yeah, all this time working on the systems and doing it. This is how it all pays off now, right? So the longest work was setting up the system. And now the downstream effect of that is I've got the whole thing right here, which is great. Great. Done. Good, and this will act as like the working procedure for how I do things, which is great. Okay, great. Now, I need you to do the same thing for this video script once again, period. You're gonna audit the title and then the generated output sections of sections D and section E and confirm that the script is aligned with the title of the video so that the viewer/participant receives what they were expecting from the title, period. How aligned is the script out of 100%? Do we need a rewrite or are we good to go here? Question mark. And just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it over and over again. Now this will show me that I can create, I just literally did the scripts, like 6 scripts here. That's really good, man. That's really good. Now this is how you create content at scale. It's like a factory. Okay, great. Now let's get a QA audit here on this video script as well, period. Do the same process as before. Make sure that the title gives the payoff to the viewer if we actually film this video, and make sure that we have the script in the logical flow, and grade how well aligned is the script to the title of the video, and does it deliver on the promise of the video, and have we hit everything that we needed to? Question mark. If not, do we need a rewrite? Question mark. Wow, this is great. This is great. This is absolutely great. Right, you just gotta think in systems. Cool. Let's do it again. Damn, we did the first batch of 10 like that. Like nothing. Like it was just easy. It was just so easy. Look how easy that is. Look how easy that is, man. Oh my gosh. All right, great job. Now let's do another audit here. Period. I need you to do the same process as before and tell me the grade of the script and the quality of the script, and whether or not the script is reflective of the title, and also if there's any need for a rewrite because there's redundancies or it doesn't make any sense or it's like rambling on. Period. We need to make sure that it's good to go and ready to film. Go and ready to film. Period. Have we done the work? Are we ready to film? Question mark. What grade would you give this script in terms of how well it matches the title and gives the payoff to the viewer? Question mark. This is good, man. This is the workflow. This is the flow right here. That's what all this work was for. That's what all this work was for over these last 2 months. Yeah, baby. Perfect. Sweet. I think this is the last one right here too. That's sweet. That is really sweet. That is really sweet. That's it. That's it, man. We have done it. We have done it. Okay, now same thing here. Period. Damn. So this just proved to me that the limiting factor in everything is having a system and being able to work the system. That's what all of this proved to me. Because there's no thinking now at the top of my head. What am I going to write about? What am I going to speak about? Nope. Done. That is all out of the equation now. Okay, so would you suggest a rewrite? All right, cool. Good enough. Good enough, man. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Sweet. All right, cool. So now that that's done, we have the scripts now done. And now we have to make sure that after the scripts, we've got the description. Like all this stuff is already done now. All this is already done. Just copy and paste it now. Just literally copy and paste it. Copy and paste it. Copy and paste it. Copy and paste it. Good. Okay. Now let's record it. You know why else? You know why else this is so great? This is so great that I just did all of this. I just proved all of this because oh shit, what happened here? The reason why all this is so great is because I just proved to myself here that with a system, there is no excuse of, oh, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to write about it. We literally are proving this with the brand operating system right here. You take stuff that you're interested in, you take stuff that you know about, you take stuff that you have experience with, you take stuff that you would see yourself doing for a longer period of time as a personal brand so that you can help people. And then you use AI not to replace you, but to enhance you. That's the whole idea of this thing. That is the whole freaking idea. And we just did that. I literally just generated on camera here freaking like 6 scripts within a matter of less than 30 minutes. 6 scripts in less than 30 minutes. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, wow. That's pretty amazing. That is really amazing. And now after this, I'm going to create the brand operating system video. That should wrap up the whole thing, tighten up the working procedures, make sure the thumbnails are done, etc., etc., etc. So that's great. That is just so great. Okay, now let's turn on the prompter. Okay, we got the prompter on. All right, now we got to go up in here, back into Notion. Got to go back into Notion. Notion. Yeah, and again, like I cannot stress that enough. Even then, that's not the secret sauce, right? That's not going to be the thing. Oh, where's my... Where's my link to Pip? Where's my link to Pip? Huh. Where's my link to Pip? Right. This just proves like educational videos and all this shit, like it's not going to be the thing. So there's really going to be a very different flow to content. I know that. There's going to be a completely different, it's not going to be the same thing. You got to do something like a more immersive now. I totally believe that this is where like the metaverse and all that stuff is going to really come into play now. Because anyone can do this. Like I'm going to give this to whoever wants this stuff. Because you can create content at scale now. That's not the secret. That's not the magic. Right? Yes. Deep work. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's not the magic anymore. Look how fast I did all of this. I did all this so incredibly fast. Now I'm going to give it like a little read through before I actually record the thing. If being seen and heard feels unsafe in your body, this is for you. If you want to speak, and I can easily just cut this out in post. Like if anything sounds really cheesy, like I'm just going to cut this out in post. And obviously I'm recording it, I'm documenting it, that I'm actually creating this with AI. Because that's, again, I want people, that's the whole thing. I want people to know that I'm using AI to do this. Because there's a lot of people that are like, oh, I don't know what to say on camera. No, that's an excuse. It has nothing to do with you don't know what to say on camera. Nothing. It's your nervous system. You are not emotionally regulated. There's a fear, there's a block inside of you, and you're just using that as an excuse. That's the truth. That's the truth. And so it's not about hard work. It's not about working more. It's not about, no. It's about honestly like doing the internal work to be free of that internal resistance, be in a good inner state, and then proceeding to take action from that good inner state. That's what the magic is here. Okay, let's now get to work. We're going to take this entire script, right? And this is video 5, EFT for feeling safe, right? And we have section D completely generated. The packaging already generated. Title options. Thumbnail text. Feeling unsafe. Purpose-driven creator who feels called to share but feels exposed. It is safe enough for me. This is the whole script logic right here. This is the metadata, the description, everything just written out. Chapters, the hashtags, the tags, the pin comment, the pin post, everything that you would need for a piece of content is right here. It's right here. Okay, so let's put this on here and let's do in the prompter. Let's go to the prompter. There you go. Now I'm screen sharing all this for that reason, right? Because I have a prompter here. I've got a prompter. So if you're saying like, oh, I don't like putting myself on camera. Oh, I don't know what to say on camera. You got to look at yourself. Look at yourself. Look at the truth. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself, because that's really stopping you from doing what you came here to do. That's really stopping someone from fulfilling their dharma. That's what it is. That's what it is. Prompter. The wasp is back. How does it get in here? Come on. And since I do not know when Hema's expecting to give birth, I got to make sure I'm fast about this because I'm not going to be dragging ass on this brand operating system anymore. All right. Let's do this work here. Oh boy. And then that didn't take off. What can I say? Yeah, he's a fan. All right. Work time. Let's do the work. All right. Let's do this from good interstate. All right. Thank you, God. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Mighty I Am Presence. Thank you, Great Divine Spirit Team. Thank you, Subconscious Mind. Thank you, Great White Brotherhood of the highest vibrational frequency and consciousness who love and support us unconditionally. Thank you, God, for this blessed, holy, and sacred day. My intention is to produce this content from a very good internal state. That wasp. My intention is to do this from a very good internal state and be at peace. Be at peace from a good internal state. Om Savasham Swastir Bhavatu, Savasham Shantir Bhavatu, Savasham Purnam Bhavatu, Savasham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Savasham Swastir Bhavatu, Savasham Shantir Bhavatu, Savasham Purnam Bhavatu, Savasham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Savasham Swastir Bhavatu, Savasham Shantir Bhavatu, Savasham Purnam Bhavatu, Savasham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Savasham Swastir Bhavatu, Savasham Shantir Bhavatu, Savasham Purnam Bhavatu, Savasham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Savasham Swastir Bhavatu, Savasham Shantir Bhavatu, Savasham Purnam Bhavatu, Savasham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Savasham Swastir Bhavatu, Savasham Shantir Bhavatu, Savasham Purnam Bhavatu, Savasham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Savasham Swastir Bhavatu, Savasham Shantir Bhavatu, Savasham Purnam Bhavatu, Savasham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Savasham Swastir Bhavatu, Savasham Shantir Bhavatu, Savasham Purnam Bhavatu, Savasham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Savasham Swastir Bhavatu, Savasham Shantir Bhavatu, Savasham Purnam Bhavatu, Savasham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Savasham Swastir Bhavatu, Savasham Shantir Bhavatu, Savasham Purnam Bhavatu, Savasham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Savasham Swastir Bhavatu, Savasham Shantir Bhavatu, Savasham Purnam Bhavatu, Savasham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Savasham Swastir Bhavatu, Savasham Shantir Bhavatu, Savasham Purnam Bhavatu, Savasham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Savasham Swastir Bhavatu, Savasham Shantir Bhavatu, Savasham Purnam Bhavatu, Savasham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Savasham Swastir Bhavatu, Savasham Shantir Bhavatu, Savasham Purnam Bhavatu, Savasham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Savasham Swastir Bhavatu, Savasham Shantir Bhavatu, Savasham Purnam Bhavatu, Savasham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Savasham Swastir Bhavatu, Savasham Shantir Bhavatu, Savasham Purnam Bhavatu, Savasham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Savasham Swastir Bhavatu, Savasham Shantir Bhavatu, Savasham Purnam Bhavatu, Savasham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. All right, here we go. Let's actually do the videos now. Okay, from a peaceful and internal state, good internal state. If being seen and heard feels unsafe in your body, this is for you. If you want to post, speak, or share your work, but your system braces like something bad is about to happen, the fuck? I need you to audit this script again because I literally am about to record it. And as I'm speaking it, there's a sentence that doesn't make any sense at all. It's an incomplete thought, period. Make sure that all the bullet points have complete thoughts and regenerate the script, making sure that all the points are fully articulated in fifth grader language so I can put this in the prompter. Okay, let's do this from a very good internal state now. If being seen and heard feels unsafe in your body, this is for you. If you want to post, speak, or share your work, but your body braces like something bad is about to happen, this session should massively help you overcome all of that. In this video, we're going to do EFT tapping for the fear of being seen and heard. By the end, I want you to notice something simple. Notice if the belief it's not safe to be seen feels even a little less true in your body. Because when your body feels safer, your purpose is much easier to fulfill and execute on. And so in this session, what our goal is to help calm the part of your body that treats visibility like there's danger. We're going to be tapping on the feeling of being exposed. We're going to be tapping on the fear of being judged. And we're going to be tapping on the belief that it is not safe to be seen or heard. The goal is not to force yourself to be confident. The goal is to help your body feel safe enough to take one aligned step forward. As we tap, keep one thing in mind. Remember your starting number and where you feel this fear in your body. So take a pen, paper, write down that number, the starting point, okay? Because what we're going to do is we're going to compare it at the end and notice what shifted. My name is Gabriel Serra, and I help purpose-driven people clear their blocks and build their purpose. If you feel called to share something meaningful, but your body reacts like it is unsafe, you're in the right place. So let's calm your system first. Then we're going to choose one small next step. Maybe you have something truly. Now for a little bit of context here. Suppose you have something you truly want to say. Maybe it's a post, a video, a story, or an offer. Maybe it's the truth that you've been holding inside of you. But when it's time to actually share that, your body changes. You start feeling tense, tight, guarded, small. Your mind starts thinking that there's something fearful to be afraid of. Maybe you think there's some sort of danger. And you think, what if I get judged for this? You think, what if I look stupid? What if it's cringe? What if nobody cares? Even if nobody is doing anything right now, your body still acts like something bad could happen. It's not laziness, it's protection. And I've said this before in previous videos, okay? And just want to hit this home is that your nervous system may have learned that being seen can come with pain. So now it treats being visible like a threat. And if you're a purpose-driven person, this can hurt you even more because you're not trying to pose just for attention. You're trying to express something that matters to you. So today we're going to be tapping on the belief it's not safe for me to be seen and heard. We're helping your body soften so your purpose can gain momentum again so that you can go ahead and execute on your dharma and what you came here to do. Before we begin, though, this guided EFT session is not a replacement for therapy, medical care, trauma treatment, or emergency support. Only go as far as feels safe for you. You can pause, breathe, drink water, open your eyes, look around the room, or stop at any time. And if you need medical, mental health, trauma, or emergency support, contact a qualified professional or local emergency services. Yawning, crying, sighing, shaking, burping, farting, heat, tingling, or emotional waves can happen during tapping. These can be normal forms of release, but only continue if it feels safe for you. Don't force yourself to relive anything. Don't dig for memories. Don't push past what feels safe. Stay gentle with yourself. Now, let's get started with a little intensity check. If you're brand new to EFT tapping or you need a quick refresh on the tapping points, I linked a simple tapping points video in the description. Watch that first, then come back here and tap with me. If you already know the points, let's begin. I want you to bring to mind the moment you think about being seen. Maybe you imagine posting, maybe you imagine speaking or sharing or being watched. I want you to notice what happens in your body. Where do you feel it most? Maybe you feel it in your chest. Maybe you feel it in your throat or in your stomach. Maybe it's your face or your shoulders. Now, I want you to say this belief in your mind. It's not safe for me to be seen and heard. I want you to rate that intensity from 0 to 10 and write it down. 0 meaning that there's no change. 10 means it feels very intense. This is your first SUDS rating. We're going to check again after each tapping round. Now let's begin with the setup statement. So we're going to start off with the karate chop point, okay? So you can either tap here or on both hands. It doesn't matter which hand. I personally just do both hands. So starting on the karate chop point, repeat after me. Even though it feels unsafe for me to be seen and heard, I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself unconditionally. Even though my body treats visibility like a threat, I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself unconditionally. Even though I feel exposed and braced inside, I choose to be gentle with myself as I clear it, and I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself unconditionally. Take a deep breath. Now bring the original belief back to mind. It's not safe for me to be seen and heard. What number is it now from 0 to 10? Don't force it. Just notice the number, okay? Now, let's do the first tapping round. Starting with the negative round, let's clear some of these limiting beliefs. Moving to the top of the head, this unsafe feeling. My body thinks being seen is dangerous. It feels safer to hide. What if I'm judged? What if I'm rejected? What if I look stupid? What if I don't know what I'm talking about? I feel like I'm going to get exposed. I feel like I have to be on defense all the time. My body feels like something bad could happen. This fear of being seen and heard. What if I say the wrong things? What if I'm not good looking enough? My nervous system is saying no. This is not safe. I feel like I have to have a wall up. I feel like I have to say the perfect thing. I don't want to get hurt. It doesn't feel safe to be seen. Okay. Now let's take a deep breath. Exhale. Now let's bring the original issue back to mind. Repeat after me. It's not safe for me to be seen and heard. I want you to notice and ask yourself, what's that number like right now on a scale of 0 to 10? If the number went down, just notice it. If it's still the same, just notice it. If it went up, just notice it, okay? And if nothing happened, that's all right. That's fine. Sometimes just naming the fear brings the charge up at first, so it may feel a little bit more intense. Now, we're going to move here into the freestyle round. Now, the thing about the freestyle round is we're just going to be noticing any memories that are coming up, okay? So usually the fear of being seen and heard has something to do with a past memory or experience, and there's like a trapped emotion in our body. At least this is my experience. This is what I've noticed. So if a memory, image, body feeling, phrase, or deeper layer came up during the last round, let's tap on that, okay? We don't want to force anything to come up. We don't want to make it more intense than it has to be. But we want to lovingly confront it, okay? But if it's too much for you, you can stay general. You can simply say this feeling, this image, this part of me as you tap. And if nothing comes up, that's also fine too, okay? Still tap with us. So starting with the top of the head, I want you to bring up a memory. And this is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to bring up a memory. This fear of being seen and heard. This fear of being seen and heard. Okay, subconscious mind, just tell me. What's coming up? What is the fear? What is the fear of being seen and heard? I know that when I was growing up, I grew up in New York City, in Brooklyn. And in that environment, in that culture, you had to, if for me, I can't speak for everyone else, but my perception, my observations, in order to blend in order to not be a target, in order to not stand out, I had to dress like a majority of the people there. So a lot of my clothing was like black, gray, white. Those were the colors, right? Like if I wore red, right, then I may be associated with, a specific gang, or blue associated with a specific gang, or even yellow. So I knew to stay away from those colors. I knew to not wear those kinds of colors because it wasn't safe. It wasn't safe to wear different colors. And then God forbid if I wore like colorful clothing, like rainbow kind of clothing, right? That's another thing to get targeted for. So there was a fear of being seen. Also speaking out too, like just like raising my voice or just saying things in general, just like speaking in general. Like I didn't feel safe to speak in front of a lot of people. I had, friends, but I was like the nerdy guy, right? So my friends were, I guess, nerds, right? We liked video games and, certain things that other kids may have been too cool for. So growing up, I learned very early that, hey, being seen and heard is dangerous. And it's been a process. It's been a process to release and let go of all of those fears and those emotions. And I'm going to be doing videos where I'm going to be even more out of my comfort zone. But I do realize that I have to push my envelope now. I really have to push my envelope, and I have to go to a next level now. It's all about going to another level now. And this is where I am. This is where I am. This is my process. This is my own path, right? Doing the EFTs, tapping stuff, making these videos, it's very easy. It's very, very easy. And like I mentioned before, in my live streams, I've been working on a brand operating system. So creating content now at scale without burning out is going to be incredibly easy to do because I made it so incredibly easy where I don't have to think about it. I just have to execute it. I have everything organized now, and all I have to do is just do the work. That's it. No one can stop me, right? But what gets in the way is the negative comments. It's the fear of, what if it's not liked? What if it's not received well? What if it's this? What if, So those are the things that get in the way. Those are the things that get in the way. And I remember times where, if let's say my biological mother said something and I said something back, I would get punished for it. So again, that was just a further ingraining of it's not okay for me to be myself. It's not okay for me to be myself. It's not okay for me to express myself. It's not okay for me to express my opinions. If I say something, if I'm seen, if I'm heard, if I stick out, it's a problem. And these are the beliefs. And that's all they are. They're just beliefs. They are limiting beliefs. And I even remember right now too, there's one memory here in college. It was freshman year, and I must have been, 17 to 18 years old. And I was wearing this hoodie, and it was a Champion gray sweater hoodie. I went to my first year in college. I was in Albany, New York. And I remember wearing this hoodie, but it had like this really long point in the back. So when you put it up, it looked like this like KKK hat. And that wasn't my intention at all to like have it. It was just something that a friend at the time gave to me. And since I didn't have, money for clothes or things like this, and I was going to college and I'm putting myself through school, and I had a majority of school paid for through like scholarships and grants, I wore this hat one day. And then this group of black guys, they saw this and they were like, "Oh, take off that sweater," and they stopped the car. They were in a car and they stopped the car and they were like, "Take off that sweater, whatever." And in that moment, I was like, "Holy shit! Like, what the fuck?" It was really, really intense for me. It was really, really intense for me. So it was like already like, hey, it's not safe for me to wear certain clothes because then you're gonna offend somebody and then they're gonna try to fucking kill you or something. And I just remember that. That memory came up for me just now. Very, very intense. And I've had different moments in my life too, where it's like, I'm not doing anything, I'm not bothering anyone. I'm just minding my own business, but it feels like I'm a target. So I developed that hypervigilant state over the years. I had to do a lot of inner work, a lot of psychedelics, a lot of EFT to really overcome that feeling of, I feel on edge, but you know what? It's safe. It's all right. It's okay. I'm here. And this is just giving some examples for you as you're working through this stuff. So you have to decide for yourself, what is the memory or what is the experience? What is it that you're going through that is not easy for you to express? What is the underlying root cause of why you feel unsafe being seen and heard? And I know for me, as I just mentioned, it had a lot to do with being physically assaulted. Being physically assaulted because I would dress, if I dressed a certain way, if I wore a certain style of clothes. So these are the memories that have come up. And I've had previous YouTube channels before. The last one that I had, it grew very fast. And I wasn't prepared for all that. I wasn't prepared for all that attention. And at first there was like a lot of likes. It was a lot of likes, a lot of positive comments. And then after a while, it started to get really negative. And so it was just like one of those things where it was just like very draining. And again, I wasn't getting paid for it. So I was like, you know what? You don't deserve my time. You do not deserve my time. And this was my state. This is where I came from. Right. And now I've learned over the years since that time that, you know what? Yeah, I'm not a doormat. We're not doormats for people, right? We're not here to be a punching bag for anyone. We're here to provide our service. We're here to fulfill our dharma. We're here to give our gift to others. So I encourage you to pause this video and keep tapping through your own memories, keep tapping through your own experiences. You might have to go through a couple of rounds, really feel it, like really, really, truly feel it and be with it. And after that, it should subside. All right. Because those are usually the root causes and issues. And it's just you projecting the fear of being seen and heard onto, your YouTube channel or your social media accounts or, doing the thing that you want to do. Okay. So let's take a deep breath in and let's move on. If you're ready, I want you to bring the original belief back to mind. It's not safe for me to be seen and heard. What number is it now from 0 to 10? Remember, there's no pressure. We're just tracking what the system is doing, what our body is doing, and how we're feeling. And now, having said that, let's move on to the neutral round. Let's shift our perspective here. This fear of being seen and heard. Maybe it just had to do with that memory. Maybe my body was just trying to help me. Maybe I don't need to be in conflict with myself anymore. Maybe I can be seen and heard. Maybe I can show my body that it is safe now. I'm not that little kid anymore. Yeah, I'm not a helpless victim. Maybe it's all right for me to actually put myself on camera, speak my truth. Maybe I can be more authentic. Maybe I can be seen and heard. I don't need to force it. I only need to take one step in the right direction for me. Maybe my purpose is about being seen and heard. Maybe I can trust the next step. Maybe I can be safe today. Maybe I can allow myself to feel safe and just let go of the past and remove all that stuff from my nervous system now. Maybe I can be seen and heard. Let's take a deep breath. Bring back the original belief. It's not safe for me to be seen and heard. What number are we at now from 0 to 10? Notice if the number moved and if the feeling changed its location. Notice if the words feel less true. Or just notice if another layer wants attention and just keep tapping to it. Again, you can pause, you can continue on. Now let's move on to the positive round. Let's set up a new belief here. Starting with the top of the head. I'm willing to feel safer. I can take one honest step. I allow my body to soften. I am learning safety. I can be seen and still be okay. I can be heard and still be all right. I am safe enough right now. I can trust myself. The past is not the present. I can move towards my purpose, one honest step at a time. I choose gentle courage. I allow support. I do not need to hide from my calling. I can share without abandoning myself. It is safe enough for me to be seen and heard. Take a deep breath. Now let's bring the original belief back to mind. It is not safe for me to be seen and heard. What number is it now from 0 to 10? Notice if the belief feels less true. Notice if your body feels softer. Notice if there is more space between you and the fear. Okay, now we're going to move on to the positive anchoring belief using the 9 gamut procedure. So the positive anchoring belief for this session now is going to be, it is safe for me to be seen and heard. Take a deep breath with me and say, it is safe for me to be seen and heard. Before we anchor this belief though, check the belief for a moment. Because when you say, it is safe for me to be seen and heard, how true does that feel from 0 to 10? 0 means it doesn't feel true at all. And 10 means it feels completely true for you. Just notice the number. Just notice the number. And let's follow this 9-step sequence. And let's repeat this positive anchoring belief. So in order to do this 9 gamut procedure, we're going to stop tapping on the karate chop point. We're going to make a fist. We're going to tap between the pinky knuckle and the ring finger knuckle. Okay, so imagine if I have my hands open, close, okay? And we're just going to tap right over here, okay? We're just going to tap right over here. Bring your fist right to your chest. And just repeat after me, okay? Listen to my instructions and just do as I'm instructing you, okay? I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. And just repeat. It is safe enough for me to be seen and heard. Open your eyes and look back to me. Take a deep breath. It is safe to be seen and heard. Look down to the left as if you're looking at your shoulder. It is safe for me to be seen and heard. Look down to the right. It is safe for me to be seen and heard. Back to center. It is safe for me to be seen and heard. I want you to roll your eyes clockwise. It is safe for me to be seen and heard. Counterclockwise. It is safe for me to be seen and heard. We're going to hum happy birthday. It is safe for me to be seen and heard. We're going to count to 10 and then reverse, and then we're going to repeat again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat. It is safe for me to be seen and heard. Hum again. It is safe for me to be seen and heard. Look down and then all the way up. It is safe for me to be seen and heard. And take a deep breath in. Grab the wrist and breathe. And just repeat that one more time. It is safe for me to be seen and heard. Now ask yourself, how true does that feel for you on a scale of 0 to 10? Just notice if the belief feels more true for you right now. And just sit with that, okay? Take another deep breath in. And exhale. Okay, now I want you to bring up the original issue. Okay, so our original belief at the start of the session was it is not safe for me to be seen and heard. Okay, now compare that number with where you started and where you are now. What number is it now from 0 to 10? What number was it before? That's going to be your final SUDS rating for the original fear or the original belief. Okay, if it's lower, great. If it's still high, if it's unmoved, there's no problem. It probably just means that there's something else underneath that. And I invite you to repeat this session over again. You can tap on it as much as you need to, and just keep going deeper into the root memory or the root cause of that fear. Okay. This takes a little bit of self-awareness and a little bit of patience to really uncover what is the issue. Okay. And sometimes, it's also helpful to have someone else with you that's walking you through this and guiding you through this, so that way you understand, oh, okay, these are my challenges, or these are my, this is the real reason why I have this fear of being seen and heard, for example. Okay. Possible next layers could be, if I'm seen, I'll be judged, or I'll be attacked, like in my case, or I'll be rejected. Or I'll embarrass myself. So it doesn't mean that that's the truth. It's just a belief based on the memory, based on how we perceive the event. Okay. So whatever came up, just, look at it and keep working through it. Just keep working through it. It's not perfect, but it takes time. It's like doing push-ups. It takes reps. Okay. All right. Let's close out with a little prayer and little intention. I like to do this after every EFT. All right. Thank you, God. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Mighty I Am Presence. Thank you, Great Divine Spirit Team. Thank you, Subconscious Mind. All right. I ask for your help, God. Universe, Universal Intelligence. Please clear the non-useful beliefs connected to feeling unsafe being seen and heard. I send that back to God's light for permanent and everlasting transmutation and transformation. Please clear these non-useful limiting beliefs gently and completely in highest truth, love, and safety. Please seal this new pattern where it is safe to be seen and heard in my body, mind, heart, nervous system, and field. And so it is, and so it was. Thank you. Okay, great. Good job today. So sometimes, again, the number won't go down all the way in one session. Usually when I do it, I really go very, very deep. Remember that this is a YouTube video, so it's going to be very fast paced and very quick. So sometimes one session, at the speed that we're doing it, not going to be enough. But if you take the time to keep working on this and keep doing this, and I especially would encourage you to tap on this and then post, you're going to find that you'll kind of like get acclimated to the new container or to the new level, basically. So it will get easier over time. It just takes some time. Okay. And this is, again, coming from the guy that I've had multiple YouTube channels. I've stopped them, discouraged, didn't know what to say, would go off on tangents a lot. And also to, I recovered from PTSD over the last 6 months from a very, very traumatic situation. And I used EFT tapping every single day since October of 2025 to get back to this state where I'm able to function, I'm able to work, I'm able to do all this stuff. I'm able to make videos now and put myself out there and be seen. And yeah, it was a process, but It takes reps, push-ups. That's all this is. So just keep in mind that sometimes the number won't go down in one session. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong. You just got to keep working it, okay? Repeat the session if it feels helpful for you, and just keep tapping, okay? Your next step is going to be very simple. I want you to just now focus on, hey, focus on just creating a little video. Create a little short, 30 seconds. Hey, how do you feel right now? How do you feel right now on a personal level? Send it out there, okay? Send it out there. Don't make it any bigger than that. Don't worry about scripting or writing or, trying to say the right thing. It's okay. Like, you're okay. You are enough, all right? And I really wish I could have told that to my younger self. Just show your nervous system that doing that one thing is all right. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you, okay? So make sure that you get into a good internal state first and then execute from that good internal state. And that's where we use EFT tapping. All right. Anyway, thank you for tapping with me. If this EFT session helped you feel even a little bit safer and more regulated, then I think the next session is going to help you go even deeper. For a lot of purpose-driven people, once the body starts to feel safer being seen, the next layer is, just continuing to excavate whatever is the issue. So in the next video, we're going to keep tapping. We're going to go deeper. So I want you to click on the next video and let's go to the next layer. All right. Done. That was video 1. Okay, please do the same thing here and make sure that everything makes logical sense here and that there is no redundancies here and that every sentence has a complete thought to it. All right, this is the EFT tapping for Who Am I to Do This? This is episode 6. If you keep thinking, who am I to do this? This EFT tapping session is for you. If you want to create, teach, speak, or build, but your body freezes before you begin, we're going to tap on that today. This is for the part of you that wants to move forward, but still feels like you need permission. And by the end of this video, we're going to notice if the belief, who am I to do this, feels less true in your body. We're not trying to force you to be confident. We're going to help your nervous system feel safe enough to take one honest step forward and do the work and do the thing that you came here to do, fulfilling your purpose. In this EFT tapping session, we're going to clear the charge around the belief, who am I to do this? And we're going to tap on that fear. We're going to tap on that insecurity. We're going to tap on making sure that we no longer believe that we're not enough to do this work. Then we're going to move toward feeling safer, clearer, and more willing to begin. The goal is not to force us to take action. The goal is to help our body feel safe enough to take one aligned step forward. And as we tap, we're going to notice what changes in our body, okay? So I want you to just notice. I want you to also notice if the words, who am I to do this, feels less true by the end. My name is Gabriel Serra, and I help purpose-driven people clear their blocks and build their purpose. If you feel like you need permission to start, you are not alone. Let's help your nervous system feel safer to move forward and to take action on your Dharma. So, a little bit of context. You might have an idea that you care about. You might have a message that you want to share, and you might have a project that you want to build. But when it's time to begin, something inside of you freezes and stops you from doing it. Your mind says, wait. Your mind says, learn more, read more books, get ready first. You're not ready. Be sure before you move so that you don't sound dumb. You don't sound stupid. I've encountered those people. I was there myself. And your body may just say, oh, who am I? Like you have this imposter syndrome about you. So what you do is you pause. I want you to know that this is not you being lazy. This is just a protector IFS part of you that is in your head, a voice in your head that is telling you, hey, you're not enough to do this. Probably because there was a memory or there was an experience from your childhood that made you believe that you were inadequate. And we're going to work on clearing that today. Okay. So if that part of you is there and you believe, hey, who am I to do this? I'm an imposter or whatever. We're going to make sure we tap on that. Okay. Because what you need to understand here is that you have a very special purpose. You have a very special message. And if you're purpose driven like I am, this can hurt you even more because you're expecting more of yourself. But if you're not producing more of yourself, then you're going to feel like you're being held back and you're going to feel like there's something wrong with you. And there's nothing wrong with you. Okay. It's probably just an experience that you had where, you know, you may have been shut down a little bit by the outer world. And that affected you and that imprint was still with you. And because you probably didn't have the tools or the awareness to clear that, you're still stuck in this idea or this loop of, I don't know enough, I need to learn more, or I'm not enough, or who am I to do this? Like, who am I to say these things or whatever? Or what if there's danger? Or what if I get in trouble? And it's just all these voices in our head, okay? So today we're going to be tapping on the belief, who am I to do this? We're going to be helping your body feel safe enough to begin, even if you don't feel fully ready yet, okay? And just as a quick disclaimer, before we begin, this guided EFT session is not a replacement for therapy, medical care, trauma, treatment, or emergency support. I want you to only go as deep as you feel safe, okay? So at any moment, you can pause, breathe, drink water, open your eyes, look around the room, or stop at any time. And if you need medical, mental health, trauma, or emergency support, contact a qualified professional or local emergency services. I want you to know also that yawning, crying, sighing, shaking, burping, farting, heat, tingling, or emotional waves can happen during tapping. These can be considered normal forms of release, but only continue if it feels safe for you, okay? Don't force yourself to relive anything. Don't dig for memories. Don't push past what feels safe. Stay gentle with yourself, all right? Now, getting started, we're going to do a little SUDS rating intensity check. So if you're brand new to EFT tapping or you need a quick refresh on the tapping points, I linked a simple video for EFT tapping and the points in the description box below. I want you to watch that first, then come back here and tap with me, okay? And if you already know the points, then let's begin, okay? I want you to bring the belief to mind. Who am I to do this? Notice where you feel that belief in your body. Maybe it's your chest, your throat, your stomach, your back, your shoulders. Wherever it is, I want you to rate that intensity from 0 to 10 and write down where you felt that belief in your body. 0 means that there's no charge at all. 10 means it feels very intense. So when you're doing your SUDS rating, just notice where the belief is, notice the intensity, and write that down. Okay, that's our before state. And this is going to be our initial SUDS rating, okay? We're going to check after each tapping round. So I want you to remember where that number is. I want you to remember the number, write it down, and where you feel it in your body, okay? Now, let's move forward with the karate chop point. So starting on the karate chop point, repeat after me. Even though I keep thinking, who am I to do this? I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself unconditionally. Even though a part of me feels like I need permission to start, I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself unconditionally. Even though my body feels tense when I imagine being seen, I choose to be gentle with myself as I clear it, and I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself unconditionally. Take a deep breath in. Bring back the original belief. Who am I to do this? Notice what number it is from 0 to 10. Now let's tap through the points. Starting with the clearing round, we're going to clear this limiting belief as best as we can. Top of the head, who am I to do this? Who am I to do this? This feeling of who am I to do this? I'm not qualified. I'm not good enough. What if I embarrass myself? What if I'm exposed? What if I don't know enough? What if I need more books? What if I need more courses? There's a part of me that's scared to be wrong. My body needs proof that I'm doing the right thing, that I know already what I'm talking about before I actually do it. A part of me thinks waiting is safer. I have to be perfect. I have this fear of being found out. This belief that I need permission. I need more certifications. I need more books. I need more courses before I'm ready. Who am I to do this? I want you to take a deep breath now. Bring back the original belief. Who am I to do this? Notice what number it is from 0 to 10. Now let's move into the freestyle round, okay? So here's how this is going to work. If there's a memory, image, body sensation, phrase, or deeper layer that comes up or came up during the last round, let's tap on that, okay? This is going to be unique to you. I'm only saying what I'm saying from my lived experiences so that you have context, okay? But you can also just skip forward. I have chapters that you can just click on the next round, okay? But either pause this video, tap with me, or, say whatever it comes up for you for your memories, or just move on to the next one if nothing comes up, but you still want to tap. Okay. And again, if it's too much, again, I would do my best to really confront it, keep my eyes open, keep focusing. But if it's too much, you can stay general. You can just say, hey, this feeling, this image, this part of me, and just breathe. Just really focus on your breath. Control your breath, okay? And focus. Breathe really deep, okay? All right, so let's get into it now. So for me, yeah, I've been there. I've totally been there where, who am I to do this? It's always been like that. Always been like that. Especially when I was younger, Like when I went to college, I thought that I needed to learn about business from school. I thought I needed to learn how to build a business by going to school. And I remember even still when I was in school, what I was studying was sport management, and I wasn't even happy about that. I wasn't passionate about that, When I graduated from school, I couldn't get a job. This was around 2010. So this was around that financial recession era where like those mortgages were defaulted on by so many people. And so like the government had to like bail out certain banks and stuff. And then they were using the CEOs of these banks were like basically using that for like their own bonuses. So I remember that. And I remember I was working at this baby store on the Upper East Side. It was like this boutique baby clothing store. And I sucked at that job. I really was shit at that job. And this was when I was like 21, 22 years old. Like I had just finished an internship with Madison Square Garden. I really hated it. I just fucking hated working jobs. I really just could not stand it. And while I was at this boutique clothing store, one of the managers said, "Hey, why don't you look into being a personal trainer?" And so I did. And I felt so inadequate. I felt like I knew nothing. And mind you, I had been exercising and working out and going to the gym on and off since I was like 12 years old. Man, it was a rough couple of months. Like I was studying constantly to be a personal trainer at the time. I finally got the NASM CPT, certified personal trainer. I got my CSCS. And that at the time for me was like, oh, if you have your CSCS, oh, you're somebody. No. Then those are all just beliefs, right? Believing that you needed the credentials or the certifications or the titles or whatever. But that was my loop. And for a good part of my 20s, I was reading so many books. I wasn't going out a lot. I was not going out a lot. I had girlfriends, but I was not going out a lot. Spending a lot of time reading, spending a lot of time studying. And it was, after a while, it's just like this really bad loop. You think that you're doing something, but you're actually not. Doing it is doing it. It's working with people. It's getting paid to do the thing professionally. That's the thing. And yes, I was able to pay my bills. I was doing the personal training. I had a freelance business. I was taking clients. I wanted to grow it into an actual business where I could, step away and not be the operator. But that didn't work out. And I was in this loop of reading books. Wasn't helpful. It was not helpful. And, even still with this EFT stuff, I've been taking psychedelics since 2017. Because I got to a point where I was just like, man, what's wrong with me? Like, why am I doing all this? Like, why am I reading all these books or taking all these courses, doing all these certifications? It doesn't mean anything. It really, honest to God, doesn't mean anything. Anyone can start up a certification, a course or whatever. Anyone. So I need someone else, another human's approval to give my gift, to fulfill my purpose. Are you crazy? Then this is something I wish I really told my younger self. This is something I really wish I knew at that stage. And I think the root cause is like a lack of confidence, right? It's like, you feel like, who are you? Like you're an imposter or something like this. These are the things that I went through. These are all the things that I went through. And it's not worth it, It is not worth it. And I wish I told that younger version of myself, you're enough. That's it. There's no more books. There's no more courses. Like literally 80% of everything that you need to know, you're probably going to learn in like just one certification. Enough. Done. The rest comes from actually doing the thing, actually executing, working with a variety of different people. That's when you're doing it, And then with EFT, like I said, I was doing psychedelics. I've been taking psychedelics since 2017. And I've been doing EFT tapping since around that time, but not at the level that I'm doing it now. So since October 2025, that's when I've been doing it pretty much every day. Every day since then, at least once a day. So I would normally do it in the morning and then at night before I go to bed. And I just do this constantly over and over and over again. And I find that it is helpful. When you pair this with psychedelics, yeah, sure, that's helpful for me. I'm not saying, oh, go do psychedelics and EFT. I'm not saying that. I'm saying this is what worked for me. And at this stage now of doing all this internal work, I realize, no, man, there is no more certification. There is no more book. There is no more anything. It's now actually just doing it. It's like, I watched this interview with Shia LaBeouf a couple of weeks ago, and he said something really important that like I'm applying to every part of my life now. He said, because he was asked by the interviewer, he said, the interviewer asked him like, oh, how did you get so good at acting? It's push-ups. It's push-ups. Everything, every skill that you think you have, or that someone else would be like, oh my God, he's so talented, or she's so great at this, or whatever. It's just push-ups. They just did the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And that's all this is. That's all we're doing here. We are regulating our nervous system over and over and over again and just doing the execution, doing the push-ups so that it just becomes easier for us. And that just requires being in a good internal state. There's no secret to that. And it's just applying it now. Do I need to tell you all the nerves in my body? No. Do you even care about that? Absolutely not. Do I care about all the meridian points? No, I don't. Do I care about whether or not it works? Yes. I don't want to know all the science behind it anymore. I can find that out with ChatGPT very easily. I don't need to know all that stuff. All the data is out there. What I need to know is, how do I do this for myself? How do I get the result that I want? And how do I use this to help me do my thing, fulfill my purpose, fulfill my dharma? That's it. And I was in this loop for years. All because of that belief, who am I to do this? Feeling like I wasn't enough. There's been many times in my life where I felt like I wasn't enough, All these memories, not being enough. And it always started from like childhood, I know that reason. And the reason because the childhood memory for me that's coming up right now is, again, related to my biological mother. And it's related to her because I remember every time that I tried to speak and sound smart, she'd laugh at me. And looking back on it, maybe she could just be like, oh, like that's nice or whatever. I don't know what's in her head. I don't know if she was taking me serious or whatever, but the fact that she was laughing at me as I was trying to articulate myself and say something, that affected me. That made me feel like I'm a joke, I don't know if you've had that experience. I don't know if you could relate to that, but that's how I felt. I felt like I was a joke to this person. Like I was not worth taking seriously. And throughout my entire life, that's what I've been feeling. Like I'm not enough. I'm a joke. I'm not worth taking seriously. Who am I to do this? Yep. I can feel that. I can feel that in my heart. I can feel that in my chest right now. Feeling like I'm a joke. Who am I to do this? Like I'm a big joke. Like I'm nobody. I'm just a joke. Who am I to do this? I'm a joke. Who's going to take me seriously? Who's going to actually take the time to do these tapping videos with me? I'm a fucking joke. I'm just an absolute joke. Maybe I should just give up. Because I'm such a joke. Not even worth taking seriously. What a joke. These are the things, right? These are the things behind the people that are constantly reading the books, But think about this for a second. There's people that don't read all those books, and they're making 10 times the amount of money that you're making. How does that work? Because they don't have that belief in their head. They don't have that trapped emotion in their body. You get what I'm saying now? You are where you are in your life because of the beliefs, because of your nervous system, because of your emotional state, because of your internal state. Change your internal state and everything else changes. That's what I'm trying to say here, you know? And I'm saying this from that lived experience. I was from here. Now I'm here, you know? I was the before and after. And I know what that looks like. I know what that feels like. I know, because I've been there. Feeling like a joke. Feeling like I'm not enough. Feeling like I'm a fucking loser. Who am I to do this? My EFT tapping, I try to go as deep as possible. And I get it. Like, there's not enough time watching a YouTube video to actually articulate that. But I really want to stress that and emphasize that. You have a purpose. And you're probably seeing this because, hey, you are a purpose-driven person. And you have something that you want to share. So you're going to have to create content, right? You're going to have to put yourself on camera or share your message through your voice or however you're going to do it. But why aren't you doing it? And if you are doing it, are you at peace with doing it? Are you at complete peace with doing it? And I've been meeting people like this lately where they're saying like they want to build a personal brand and they have a purpose and they want to share their message or whatever, but they're not executing it at like, you know what I'm saying? Like if a Gary Vaynerchuk, for example, is posting 412 pieces of content a day, one day, why aren't you posting at least one? Think about that. Why aren't you posting at least one piece of content a day? Literally, you can just flip up the phone, even bulk record a whole bunch of stuff. 60 seconds. Send it through buffer.com or any other social media scheduler. Why aren't you doing that? Is it really that you don't know enough? Is it really that you don't know what to say? You get what I'm saying? So who am I to do this? That's a belief. Not enough. That's a belief. If you have your hands, if you have air in your lungs, if you're watching this right now, you are enough. You are enough. You're more than enough. And I wish I told that to my younger self. I wish I told that to that part of me that felt inadequate. All right. This was a lot. So if you're still struggling, if you still are, needing more time, by all means, go ahead. But we're going to move forward because we want to keep these videos short. Again, I'm doing this at scale. So I have more videos to create and I have more EFT, you know what I'm saying, for this course, for you, for anyone else that needs value. So I'm just taking the shots. I'm shooting the J, or in my case, I'm shooting bricks. I'm going to just keep going no matter what. So who am I to do this? I want you to notice now that number from 0 to 10. Who am I to do this? Feel that out. Remember, we just need to track where we are now because we're going to now shift this. Let's move on to the neutral round. Let's shift our perspective here. Maybe I am enough. Maybe this part of me that I created, this not enough part, or this who am I to do this part, or this belief, maybe it was just trying to prepare me to make sure that I had enough information and that I was well grounded in the material so that I knew what I was talking about. Maybe it learned that being seen wasn't safe and that in order for me to be out there, I had to put myself on camera. I had to know what I had to say. I had to get as much knowledge and experience. But that doesn't mean that I have to continue to live like this where I'm constantly needing to learn. I need to execute better. Let me just document what I'm doing. Let me just document even my learning. Document what I've learned. Document my advice. Document my tips. And I don't have to make it a big thing. I can start really small. I can learn as I go and I can still document it. I'm not trying to create. I'm just trying to document. Just take one step. Giving myself permission to release this pressure. Letting myself know that it's safe to begin. Letting myself know that it's okay. I am doing this. I am doing this. Now let's take a deep breath and let's bring the original belief up. Who am I to do this? What number is it now from 0 to 10? Notice if that number moved. Notice if the feeling changed location, and notice if the words feel less true now, because we're going to now shift to the positive round and we're going to anchor in a new belief now. All right, let's go. Starting with the top of the head. I now choose safety over perfection. I'm willing to begin. I do not need permission to start. I can take one honest step. It is safe to be a beginner. It is safe to be seen. I allow myself to learn in public. I allow myself to build in public. I allow myself to document as I do this, just taking one step at a time. I don't have to be an expert. I don't have to be a guru. All I have to do is just put the camera out there, speak my thoughts, get it out there. And I can still teach from this place because I'm a couple of steps ahead of somebody. I'm allowed to share. I'm safe to execute on my purpose. I can start where I am, and I do not need permission to begin doing that. Now take another deep breath. Ooh. Let's bring back the original belief. Who am I to do this? What number is it now from 0 to 10? Notice if the belief feels less true. Notice if there's more space in your body. And now we're going to move on to the 9-gamut procedure. And the positive anchoring belief that we're going to anchor in for this session is, I don't need permission to begin. One honest step is safe. No, I don't like that one. We're going to go with, I don't need permission to begin. I'm enough right now. I don't need permission to begin. I'm enough right now. I do not need permission to begin. I am enough right now. Take a breath and say this with me. I do not need permission to begin. I am enough right now. Before we anchor it, check the belief for a moment. When you say, I don't need permission to begin, I'm enough right now. How true does that feel from 0 to 10? 0 means it doesn't feel true at all. 10 means it feels completely true. Notice the number. And we're going to follow this 9-step sequence and repeat after each step. Okay, so this is the 9-gamut procedure. We're going to make a fist. We're going to tap between the pinky knuckle and the ring finger knuckle. Okay, so if I open my hand, it's right over here. We're going to close and we're going to tap fist to chest. Follow my instructions, okay, and let's go. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. I don't need permission to begin. I'm enough right now. Open your eyes. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Repeat. I don't need permission to begin. I'm enough right now. Look hard down to the left. Inhale. Exhale. I don't need permission to begin. I'm enough right now. Look down to the right. Repeat. Inhale. I don't need permission to begin. I'm enough right now. Look back to center. Inhale. I don't need permission to begin. I'm enough right now. Roll your eyes clockwise. Repeat. I don't need permission to begin. I am enough right now. Counterclockwise. I do not need permission to begin. I am enough right now. Hum happy birthday. I don't need permission to begin. I'm enough right now. Count to 10 and then backwards and then repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't need permission to begin. I am enough right now. Hum happy birthday again. Repeat. I don't need permission to begin. I am enough right now. Look down and up. I don't need permission to begin. I am enough right now. Grab the wrist. Repeat. I don't need permission to begin. I am enough right now. Great job. Take a deep breath now. Now say the belief again. I don't need permission to begin. I am enough right now. How true does that feel for you from 0 to 10? Notice if that belief feels more aligned with you. And let's just take another deep breath in. One more time. And exhale. Okay. All right, now let's look at the SUDS rating again. Let's bring the original issue back to mind, which is, who am I to do this? Compare the belief from when you started to now, and also the charge in your body from when you started to now. What number was it then? What number is it now? If it went down, awesome, great. That's your final SUDS rating for today's session. If it's lower, we can keep tapping on it until it's a 0. Or if it's still high, just keep tapping to it. Just keep tapping until it's completely gone. Until you no longer have that idea in your head. It's just a belief and it's not useful. It's limiting you, you know? When you understand that all beliefs are limiting you in some way, you change everything. You can change anything. You can change everything about your life at any moment, okay? Feel free to repeat the session if you need to. Otherwise, let's keep moving forward. If you notice that the belief charge is still the same, it's very likely that there's an underlying memory or experience. Maybe there's another layer where it's like, you have the idea of like, what if I fail? What if I disappoint people? What if I disappoint myself? What if it doesn't work out? What if I'm not going to, all these little ideas, okay? These are all, once again, just beliefs that could be just limiting you in some way, okay? Now let's close out with a little prayer intention. All right. Thank you, God. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Mighty I Am Presence. Thank you, Great Divine Spirit Team. Thank you, Subconscious Mind. I ask you, God, to please, Universal Intelligence, please clear all non-useful beliefs connected to this pattern of not being enough, not being knowing enough, feeling enough. And I ask you to clear this pattern of asking for permission to begin. Please clear everything from every heart and mind across the universe. I send this idea, I send this thought back to your light God for permanent and everlasting transmutation and transformation. Who am I to do this? And I anchor in the belief that, hey, look, I am enough. I can do this right now with where I am, and I'm good enough. And I seal this pattern in my body, mind, heart, consciousness, nervous system, and field. And so it is, and so it was. Thank you. All right. Great job today. Now let's move on to the next session. Okay. But before we do, hey, look, if there is a piece of content that you have been wanting to post, okay, post it, do it. All right. I'm doing it. I'm taking the shots. I'm shooting the J's. In my case, shooting the bricks. Doesn't matter. We just have to keep taking the shots. We have to keep putting ourselves out there, right? Remember, you're not going to know what good content is for you unless you actually go through that process of the discovery and you are continuously creating content. Some people grow their YouTube channels really, really fast. The last YouTube channel that I had, it grew really fast. The ones before that, multiple plural, the ones before that, I was like begging people to subscribe. I was so desperate that I was like buying subscribers. It was terrible. So now at this stage, like I'm very detached from it. I'm like, whatever. I'm just going to put it out there and I'm just going to treat it as an investment where I may be putting up this content now and I may have very low views now, but that doesn't matter because eventually down the road, maybe it'll pay off. And that's how I treat it. All right. So if you are in that space where, you had a YouTube channel or you got discouraged and you were embarrassed, you felt cringe, let's set that aside. Let's clear that. Keep tapping. I know you have something important to say. Otherwise you wouldn't be wasting your time watching this video or these videos in this course. All right. So let's move on to the next video in this course. Let's move on to the next tapping, session in this course. Okay. And let's make sure that by the end of this, we are creating content. We are putting ourselves out there. We're making our face seen. We're making our voice heard. Okay. Remember that the entire point of this is to make sure that our nervous system feels safe and it's good to go and it's safe to execute. All right. All right. Thank you for watching. And thank you for tapping with me in this EFT session. If it helped you and you feel like you're a little bit calmer and more regulated and you don't feel it's so true anymore, like who am I to do this, or I need to read all these books or whatever. Now let's go to the next layer, right? Click on the next video here and let's get started. Okay, cool. Damn, what is going on here? How is that possible? Okay, we're going to keep going with the next one now. We got to keep going with the next one now. Please reprint section E for me and make sure that all incomplete sentences are completed and it doesn't sound so generic. As I'm doing these tapping rounds, some of the words sound so generic and they're like from old videos, you know, and this has to be very specific to the specific video topic. Please make sure that the tapping points are specific to the video topic and that it's not redundant. That's already 2 videos. Please do the same thing here. Let's take a break. All right. Let's see what we got here. Videos. What do we got here? All right, let's get to that next video here. Next video. What are we doing? All right, let's go. Oh, right. That's it. Gotta make sure it's saved. That's what I'm doing. Right. 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 1, 2. Right, I only did 2. Okay. All right, cool. Now we're gonna start the video. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This video is for EFT tapping for not liking how you look on camera. Let's get to work. If you avoid recording because you hate how you look or sound on camera, this is for you. If you open the camera, see your face, hear your voice, and instantly want to delete the video, we're going to tap on that today. This isn't because you're vain. This is because your body may have learned that being seen, heard, or watched is not safe. So in this EFT tapping session, we're going to tap on the shame, self-judgment, and fear that comes up when you record yourself. By the end, we're going to notice if that belief, it's not safe to be seen like this, feels less true in your body. Also, notice if recording one small video feels a little bit more possible after this EFT tapping session. All right, this session is going to help calm the self-judgment part of you that spikes when the camera turns on. We're going to tap on hating how your face looks on the video. We're going to tap on hating how your voice sounds while you record. And we're going to tap on the fear that people will think that you're awkward, you sound weird, or you seem cringe. The goal is not to force you to be more confident on camera. The goal is to help your body feel safe and your nervous system feel regulated enough to record one honest piece of content that's related to your purpose, okay? Something that's true to you. Remember your starting number when you start this session and where you feel this in your body, okay? Because we're going to compare it after we finish the EFT tapping session. My name is Gabriel Serra, and I help purpose-driven people clear their blocks and build their purpose. If you feel called to create, but seeing or hearing yourself makes you shut down, you're in the right place. Let's make being on camera feel safer in your body. Just a little bit of context here. You might have a real message that you want to share. You might know that your voice could help someone. You might even feel excited before you record, but then you open the camera. You see your face on the screen. You hear your voice on the playback, and suddenly your body says, nope, delete it. You judge your face. You judge your smile, you judge your eyes, you judge your voice. You judge every pause, expression, every little movement, and then you re-record again and again, or you avoid recording completely. The surface problem is, I do not like how I look or sound on camera, but the deeper problem is, if people see me like this, they might judge me, reject me, or laugh at me. And I think this always comes down to love and self-love and self-worth issues, right? Our need to be validated, our need to be liked and loved by others. So your body tries to protect you by keeping you hidden. But if you are purpose-driven, hiding hurts too, because your message cannot reach people at the length, at the magnitude that you wanted to if your nervous system keeps treating your face and voice like it's not good enough. So today we're going to be tapping on the belief it's not safe to be seen like this. We're helping your body learn that you can be seen, heard, and still be all right. And just as a little bit of a disclaimer, before we begin this guided EFT tapping session, just remember that it's not a replacement for therapy, medical care, trauma, treatment, or emergency support. I want you to only go as deep as feels safe for you. You can pause, drink, breathe, drink water, open your eyes, look around the room, or stop at any time. Okay. If you need any medical, mental health, trauma, or emergency support, please contact a qualified professional or local emergency services. Just remember that yawning, crying, sighing, shaking, burping, farting, heat, tingling, or emotional waves can happen during tapping. These can be normal forms of release, but only continue if it feels safe for you. Do not force yourself to relive anything. Don't dig for memories. Don't push past what is comfortable for you. Try to be as gentle with yourself as possible, okay? But I would totally encourage you to, confront the root memory and the root cause of whatever it is that you're feeling and experiencing, okay? All right, now that that's out of the way, let's get started with our first intensity check. Remember, if you're brand new to EFT tapping or you need a quick refresh on the tapping points, I linked a simple video tapping points in the description box. Watch that first, then come back here and tap with me. If you already know the points, let's begin. And let's bring the issue to mind. Imagine opening your camera for a moment and seeing yourself on the screen. Or imagine playing back a video and hearing your own voice. Notice what happens in your body. Maybe your chest gets tight. Maybe your face gets hot. Maybe your stomach drops. Maybe you're Your heart starts to pound. Maybe you start to hear voices in your head. Oh, God, you suck. Or this is not good. Whatever that is, even if you have the urge to delete, hide, or start over, I want you to say this core belief to yourself right now. It's not safe to be seen like this. I want you to rate the intensity from 0 to 10. 0 means there is no charge. 10 means it feels very safe. This is going to be your first SUDS rating. I want you to write that down on a piece of paper, okay? So if you started off at like an 8, hopefully at the end of it, you're like at a 4 or lower. That would be great. So we're going to check, again, that number, that SUDS rating after each round. I want you to remember your number, write it down, and where you feel it in your body, right? So write down the number and where you feel that feeling in your body, or that emotion, or that thought, or that belief, all right? Now let's begin with the karate chop statement. We're going to go 3 rounds here. Repeat after me. Even though I do not like how I look or sound on camera, I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself unconditionally. Even though seeing my face and hearing my voice makes me want to hide, I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself unconditionally. Even though my body feels shame, tension, and fear when I hit record, I choose to be gentle with myself as I clear it. And I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself unconditionally. Now let's take a deep breath. Let's bring back that original belief. It's not safe to be seen like this. What number is that now from 0 to 10? Don't try to force it to change. Just notice the number. Now let's tap through what's really here. Starting with that negative round, let's work on clearing. Starting with the top of the head. I hate seeing myself on camera. I hate hearing my own voice. My face looks so wrong. My voice is so cringe. I notice every awkward expression. I notice every weird pause and stutter. I feel embarrassed watching myself. Feeling this need to delete the videos before anyone sees it. My body tenses up when I think about posting. What if people think I look cringe? What if people think I sound fake? What if they judge my face, my voice? What if they judge me? I'm scared they're going to see something wrong with me. I have to hide to protect myself, so I shouldn't be posting anyway. This fear of being seen and heard exactly as I am. All right, let's take a deep breath in. I want you to repeat that original belief. It's not safe to be seen like this. Ask yourself now, what number is it from 0 to 10? Doesn't matter if it moved or not. Let's just focus on just becoming aware of that feeling and that number, okay? We're not forcing ourselves to change anything. We're just noticing. All right, now let's go even deeper here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to bring up a memory, right? I'm not going to try to force it because sometimes, subconscious mind, it may take a little bit of time to bring it up, but if something is coming up right now, like a memory or an image or a body sensation or a phrase, we're going to tap on that, okay? Because that could likely be the root cause of the issue. If it's too intense, though, you can stay very general and you can just say this feeling, this image, or this part of me. And if nothing comes up again, that's completely fine. You can just skip ahead to the next chapter, which is the neutral round. But either way, we're going to start here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my memories, right? Just to give you some context, just to give you an idea of how you would phrase this for yourself, okay? So if you've never done EFT tapping, if you're new to it, this is how I do it. This is how I learned to do it from my EFT courses or EFT certification stuff. This feeling. Yeah, I remember there was a time. Yeah, okay, so here's what's coming up. There was a time where I really thought I was very, very ugly. And this was in my teenager years. I had acne and I wasn't attractive to girls. I was not attractive to girls. At one point, I started to become attracted to girls, but there was that point where I wasn't. And that point where I wasn't was, felt like, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for here? It felt like I was not important. It felt like, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I felt like I was invisible, I felt like I was invisible. And it was a tough time. It was a tough time being homeless. And, this is when I was hitting puberty and I was attracted to girls. So it was difficult. It was very, very difficult. And so whenever I would look in the mirror, I would tell myself these stories. I would tell myself these things that probably weren't the kindest. I wasn't so kind to myself, And then when I would take pictures, like at that time, again, cameras back in the early 2000s, like they were like what, 540p or something like this, or 320p. So the image quality was pretty jagged, to say the least. But I do remember. I do remember this one picture. It was me hanging out with a friend. We were riding a bike. And in this picture, like I looked at my face. I had like this, like, I guess, fat, chubbier face. And I had acne. I had this I didn't have a haircut. So it just looked very, like, I guess, yuck. Yuck would be or ick would be the best way to say it. And so, growing up, teenager, not feeling handsome or attractive or whatever, I think that did affect my sense of like confidence at the time. Yeah. I remember those things. And even still too, in 2012, when I started doing, YouTube, like the first couple of YouTube channels, I make these videos for a bit of time. I get discouraged. I remember I spent like $500 on this Canon G7X, which was like the vlogging camera at the time. And I was making these vlogs, but no one wants to see a vlog about you, man. You're nobody, and God bless that younger version of myself. He got very discouraged. I know he did. And every single time that he made the video, I could not. At that time, I could not look back at myself. I could not. I could absolutely not look back at myself. I could not watch a video of myself. I judged every word, every stutter, every mumble. I judged all of it. I judged myself so freaking hard. I was way too hard on myself. I was a try hard. And I tried way too hard. And that was very stifling, That's not the way to do it. I don't think that's the way to do it because, for stuff like YouTube, people want to see more of you. Am I using a script right now to do this? Yes, absolutely. But what I'm doing is I'm just having an outline. I'm just using this as an outline to keep myself on track. Because otherwise, I do know I go off on tangents. So I want to be respectful of my time and your time and make sure that we deliver value. That's always the most important thing. So yeah, I do have a prompter. I do. And I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people that actually do this and tend to do this professionally and stuff, they're reading from a prompter. Like, come on, man. Let's be honest with ourselves here. So if you have a system, if you already know what you're going to say, you already know your subject. I've been doing this for quite some time now. I've been doing this EFT stuff for quite some time now over the last almost 10 years on and off, but it's not until October 2025 where I really have been doing it every single day, like calisthenics workout for myself. I still got to keep myself on track, right? I still got to keep myself on track. But being on camera, not knowing what to say, that's a common thing that I hear from a lot of people now. Oh, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to post. No, you do. You have enough interest. You have enough skills. You could show what you're learning, show what you're doing in a day. You can do that. Don't lie to yourself, please. And I wish I told that to myself. But the playbacks of when I created content, oh man, it was bad. It was really, really bad. And good point too is the last YouTube video or the last YouTube channel that I had, I deleted like 90% of the videos. I only have a few videos on that other YouTube channel, and a majority of them now are unlisted. But I deleted a whole bunch. Because I couldn't accept myself. And that's the truth. That's the honest. Like, that's the God honest truth. I could not accept myself. I thought my perception of myself was so low that I just couldn't. I just could not. I just couldn't. Now I'm way better about this. Like, okay, yeah, this is my voice. This is how I look. This is how I sound. I'm not going to change. I cannot change that. I'm not going to do plastic surgery. I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to do those things to myself. So I might as well just accept who I am and just have unconditional love for myself. That's the thing. And so that's where I am. And that's my process. That's what I've been through. That's me. All right. All these childhood memories, these were the things that came up for me. Good thing I've moved past a lot of these things. And now it's just like, whatever, like I could care less, you know, people subscribing, unsubscribing, liking, unliking, disliking, commenting, not commenting, positive comments, negative. I don't give it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter because it cannot affect my sense of self-worth. It cannot. And it cannot affect your sense of self-worth either. Like, you have a purpose. You're here to fulfill that purpose. You're here to serve. That's it. Not a lot. Maybe a lot of people like it. Great. Awesome. Great. Fine. But that shouldn't be the thing we're attached to. We shouldn't be seeking that kind of validation, you know? Shouldn't. At least for me. This is what I've learned at this stage of my life. And that's a process. And I did not like being seen after a while, putting myself on camera. It did start to feel like there was like a resistance to being seen and feeling like I was trapped in this box. So this is, again, a sample for this freestyle round. This is like how I would go through it. So feel free to pause this video and use your own words, use your own things, use your own memories and experiences, because the deeper that you can really address this is the root cause probably of why you don't like seeing yourself on camera or like hearing your voice. That would be the root cause. You tap on that, you clear that, you voice it, you express it, and then it just goes. My experiences, this is what I've seen. All right, let's take a deep breath and let's move on. Let's bring up the original belief. It's not safe to be seen like this. What number is it now from 0 to 10? Let's track what's going on in our body. Now let's shift to the neutral round and let's shift our perspective here. Maybe this reaction was just a part of me trying to protect me. Maybe my body was just trying to keep me safe. Maybe I don't need to attack myself for feeling this way. Maybe hating my face or voice is not the truth. Maybe it's just an old safety pattern. Maybe I can notice my face without making it mean I'm wrong. Maybe I can hear my voice without cringing. Maybe I can be awkward and still be accepted. Maybe I can be human and be on camera. Right? Maybe I can just show myself on camera and just be me. Maybe I don't need to look perfect to share something helpful. Maybe I don't need to sound perfect to speak the truth or to speak my truth. Maybe my message can matter even if I feel uncomfortable. Maybe I can thank this protective part for trying to keep me safe. Maybe I can let my body learn that recording is safer now. Maybe I can be gentle with myself and still show up. Let's take a deep breath, bring up the old belief, It is not safe to be seen like this. What number is it now from 0 to 10? Notice if the number changed. Notice if the words feel less true. And let's now switch this up and let's anchor in a new belief. Okay. Top of the head. I'm willing to be seen as I am. I am willing to be heard as I am. I do not need to love every angle to record one honest video. I do not need to love my voice to share one helpful message. I allow myself to look human on camera. I allow myself to sound human on camera. I choose self-trust over self-attack. I can record without tearing myself apart. My message matters more than my fear of looking awkward. One honest video at a time is all I need. One real sentence at a time. I am allowed to practice being visible. I can be safe and still be seen. I can be heard and still be loved. I am safe to be seen and heard as I am. Let's take a deep breath. Bring up the old belief. It's not safe to be seen like this. What number is it now from 0 to 10? Let's notice if that belief feels less true. Notice if recording feels even 1% more possible. And now let's anchor in the 9-gamut procedure here. Let's anchor in the new belief with the 9-gamut procedure. The positive belief for this session is going to be, I am safe to be seen and heard as I am. I am safe to be seen and heard as I am. Take one deep breath with me and repeat, I am safe to be seen and heard as I am. Before we anchor it, I want you to check the belief for a moment. When you say, I am safe to be seen and heard as I am, how true does that feel for you from 0 to 10? 0 means it doesn't feel true at all. 10 means it feels completely true. Just notice the number. Okay? We're going to follow this 9-step sequence and we're going to repeat this anchoring belief. So you're going to follow along with me. Okay? So stop tapping. Have your hand just like this. And we're going to tap on the 9-gamut point, which is between the ring finger and the pinky finger. Okay? So we're going to make a fist and we're going to tap right here on this point. All right? Okay, let's close our eyes. Take a deep breath. Repeat. I am safe to be seen and heard as I am. Open your eyes. Repeat. I am safe to be seen and heard as I am. Look down to the left, like you're looking at your shoulder. Inhale and repeat. I am safe to be seen and heard as I am. Look down to the right and repeat. I am safe to be seen and heard as I am. Roll your eyes clockwise. I am safe to be seen and heard as I am. Roll your eyes counterclockwise. I am safe to be seen and heard as I am. Let's hum happy birthday. Repeat. I am safe to be seen and heard as I am. Count to 10 and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeat. I am safe to be seen and heard as I am. Hum happy birthday again. Repeat. I am safe to be seen and heard as I am. Look down to your chest and up. I am safe to be seen and heard as I am. Take a deep breath in. Grab your wrist. Repeat. I am safe to be seen and heard as I am. Namaste. I am safe to be seen and heard as I am. Okay, great. Now, let's take a deep breath in one more time. Now let's bring up the original issue back to mind. Imagine seeing your face on camera, hearing your voice on a recording. Say the original belief again. I'm not safe. It's not safe to be seen like this. It's not safe for me to be seen. And now compare that number to where you started. Okay, so if you were at 8, hopefully you're at a 4. Okay, what number is it now from 0 to 10? This is going to be your final SUDS rating. Notice what changed in your body. Notice how you feel right now. Notice if your face or your voice feels a little bit more relaxed and you feel a little bit better to do your thing and to put yourself on camera. If the number is still high and it's unchanged, that's fine. It just means that, there may be another layer. Excuse me. And there just may be another layer. Or you may need to just repeat this session and just keep tapping and figure out that core belief, that core emotional memory or wound that may be keeping that charge very high. The possible next layers could be, if I post this, people will judge me. If I sound awkward, people will reject me. It could be anything, right? But figure out for yourself, like, what could be the root cause of why you have that belief or that resistance to being seen and heard on camera, even when you want to be seen and heard on camera. Okay. That's the main thing. Okay. So whatever came up, just acknowledge it. Okay. And let's end off with a prayer, a closing intention. So thank you, God. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Mighty I Am Presence. Thank you, Great Divine Spirit Team. Thank you, Subconscious Mind. God, I ask you, Great Divine Spirit Team, I ask, take this belief, take these feelings, send them back to your light. Clear all non-useful beliefs connected to seeing our face and being heard on camera. Please clear all forms of shame, self-judgment, fear of looking awkward, fear of sounding weird or stupid, and fear of being rejected. Clear these patterns and completely in the highest truth, love, and safety. Please seal in the new pattern in the body, mind, heart, and nervous system and field, that it's safe to be seen, that it's okay. I accept myself as I am. I accept how I sound. I accept how I look. Please help us become more available to record one honest message at a time and take one aligned step towards our purpose. And so it is, and so it was. Thank you. All right. So one little tiny action step. What's one little tiny action step that you can take today? Think about that for a second. I find that the best thing to do is always to just create that piece of content, right? So again, remember, we have different social media platforms. Just one thing, just one video, just one freaking video, and just put that out there, or one blog post, or one something. And you can even just use AI, right? You just take out the AI and ChatGPT, use voice dictation, say, hey, create a piece of content for me on this. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? It does not have to be perfect. Just do it. Just do it and show that you're taking action. That's the main thing. Just show that you're taking action, okay? And what I would do is I would just record it. I would just record it, put it out there, and that's it. And just watch and notice how you feel, okay? Do everything that you can to keep tapping as you post it, as you record it, whatever it is, but just don't delete it. Once you put it out there, just put it out there, okay? And after you put it out there, just say, I'm safe to be seen and heard as I am. Watch it. Watch the video. I'm safe to be seen and heard as I am. Don't make it bigger than that, okay? The point is not to prove that you're, a social media influencer today. The point is to just show your nervous system that, hey, doing one post at a time is good. One small aligned step at a time is our habit. It's our rhythm. It's who we are. It's changing our identity, okay? Remember to come from a good internal state first before executing, okay? That doesn't mean wait forever to be in a good internal state before you execute and take action. It just means, hey, make sure that you're aligned enough to take out the camera or that audio recorder and do your thing, okay? Anyway, thanks for tapping with me today. If this EFT session helped, you feel a little bit safer in your body and a little bit more calm, I think the next session is going to be great. We still got a couple more things, a couple more topics to get through. So let's keep going. All right. Click on the next video here and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Okay. That's another one. That's another video right there. That's it. We're just taking the shots, man. That's all we got to do. That's all we have to do. That's it. The next one. That's it. The next one now. Let's get this next one up here. Same thing. Next one up here, same thing. I got one more video here. Releasing cringe, shame, and embarrassment. Keep working, keep working, keep working, keep working, keep working. EFT for releasing cringe, shame, and embarrassment. Okay, this EFT tapping video is EFT tapping for releasing cringe, shame, and embarrassment, episode 8. Episode 8. Let's make sure we're recording. Okay, cool. If you want to post, speak, or share your purpose, but the second you try, your body says, nope, this is too cringe, then this EFT tapping session is for you. If you delete the post, redo the video, hide the idea, or water yourself down because you feel embarrassed, we're going to tap on that today. This isn't because you're weak. This is because your nervous system may be using shame to protect you from being judged. So in this EFT tapping session, we're going to tap on cringe, shame, and embarrassment. And by the end, notice if the belief, if I put myself out there, I'll look stupid and people will judge me, feels less true in your body. Also, notice if being a beginner in public feels even a little safer. In this EFT session, we're going to be tapping to release that charge around that cringe feeling, shame, and embarrassment. And we're going to work with the fear of looking awkward. We're going to work with the fear of being judged. And we're going to work with the part of you that says, don't post that. People will think you're weird, or that's not appropriate, or whatever the story is in our head, okay? The goal is not to produce the next perfect video. It's just to help us feel safe and regulated enough to take that step, right? To take just the very next step that we need to take, okay? I want you to remember your starting number and where you feel this in your body. So I want you to get out a piece of paper and a pen, write it down. We're going to compare that number, that SUDS rating, after each round, okay? My name is Gabriel Serra, and I help purpose-driven people clear their blocks and build their purpose. If you have been hiding your work because being seen feels embarrassing, you're in the right place. Let's help your body feel safer, being real, visible, and imperfect. Just a little bit of context. Here is what this can look like, okay? Let's say you get an idea that actually matters to you. You feel the pull to share it. Maybe you write the post, maybe you record the video, maybe you think about going live or speaking your truth, then the shame hits. Your body says, that's cringe. Your mind says, people are going to judge this. You start seeing yourself through the eyes of the people who might criticize you. Then you delete it. You delay posting the video, you over edit, you take months to create a fucking video. You make it safer, you make it smaller, or you never even share it at all. The surface problem is that you feel embarrassed, but the deeper problem is that there's something inside. There's a memory, there's an emotion, there's a belief, or there's like a trapped emotion that your body, your nervous system thinks that being seen is threatening or that there's rejection. So shame, cringe, embarrassing, all these feelings come up to try and protect you by making you shrink, by making you over edit yourself, by making you stay in line with what everyone else is doing, okay? Versus you just actually being a unicorn and you just doing your own thing. And we need to, that I think for me, that makes the most sense. Like you need to be a unicorn when you're going up on YouTube. So it's the best thing for you to be like your own original self, basically, So the shame, the cringe, the embarrassment, all these trapped emotions, all these like feelings that make you resist posting, it's just trying to protect you. It's just trying to protect you, and maybe you may even disappear. Maybe you may not even post anything. And you do that because you don't want that criticism. Like you can't handle it. You can't handle that fear of rejection. You can't handle that what comes after that. Okay. I really do believe that success is very possible for anyone as long as you have a system and as long as you're emotionally regulated. Those are like the two main things, right? So being emotionally regulated, for me, that means like being in a very good internal state, and then also having the systems, having just the system to execute it, and then just doing that over and over again. There's no need for burnout. There's no need for overworking or doing more than you have to. It's just setting it up as a system, having like a process for doing your thing at scale. So If you're purpose driven, I mean, I think that this can really, really hurt you even more because, you have a purpose, that you're here to give your gift and share your gift with the world. And your purpose needs that real you. Okay. It needs your real voice. It doesn't need some like over polished, hyper edited, fake voice, So today we're going to be tapping on that belief. We're going to be tapping on the belief. If I put myself out there, I look stupid and people will judge me. We're going to be helping your body learn that being a beginner in public can be safe. And just as a disclaimer, before we begin, this guided EFT tapping session is not a replacement for therapy, medical care, trauma, treatment, or emergency support. I want you to only go as deep as feels safe for you. You can pause, breathe, drink water, open your eyes, look around the room, or stop at any time. If you need medical, mental health, trauma, or emergency support, I want you to contact a qualified professional or local emergency services. Keep in mind that yawning, crying, sighing, shaking, burping, farting, heat, tingling, or emotional waves can happen during tapping. These can be considered normal forms of release, but only continue if it feels safe. Don't force yourself to relive anything. Don't dig for memories. Don't push past what feels safe. Stay gentle with yourself. Now, let's get started with that intensity check. If you are brand new to EFT tapping or you need a quick refresh on the tapping points, I linked the simple tapping points video in the description. I want you to watch that first, then come back here and tap with me, okay? If you already know the points, let's begin. I want you to bring to mind a real situation where you felt the cringe, shame, or embarrassment about being seen or posting, or like you posted a piece of content, you thought it was good, and then, you got like a comment or a criticism on it or some shit like this, or you watch the playback and you're like, oh, why did I say that? That sounded so stupid or whatever. Bring up that memory, okay? Maybe it's a posting video. Maybe it's not even posting. Maybe it's not even related to content. Maybe it's just something related to a memory in your past, okay? Whatever it is, I want you to bring up that memory, okay? Maybe you were speaking your truth and then someone judged you for it, or they laughed at you, or maybe you liked Ninja Turtles or something, and then, a group of kids thought that was corny. I don't know. Whatever that is for you, bring that up, okay? I want you to notice what happens in your body when you imagine putting it out there. Maybe your chest gets tight. Maybe your face gets hot. Maybe your stomach drops. Maybe your shoulders tense up. Maybe you feel the urge to hide, delete, or start over. Now I want you to say the core belief quietly to yourself. If I put myself out there, I will look stupid and people will judge me. I want you to write that down, rate that intensity from 0 to 10. Okay? 0 means that there is no charge. 10 means it feels very intense. This is your first SUDS rating. We're going to check again after each tapping round. I want you to remember your number and where you feel it in your body. And now we're going to begin with the setup statement. So, starting on the karate chop point, repeat after me. Even though I feel cringe and embarrassment when I try to be seen, I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself unconditionally. Even though a part of me believes I will look stupid and people will judge me, I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself unconditionally. Even though my body feels exposed, ashamed, and unsafe when I put myself out there, I choose to be gentle with myself as I clear it, and I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself unconditionally. Now take a deep breath. I want you to bring up the original belief. If I put myself out there, I'll look stupid and people will judge me. What number is it from 0 to 10? You don't need to change this number. You don't need to force anything. Just notice, okay? Now let's really tap through what's here, okay? Starting with the negative round, we're going to work on clearing. We're going to work on clearing these limiting beliefs, okay? Starting with the top of the head. This cringe feeling in my body. This shame that hits when I try to share. I feel exposed when people can see me. I'm afraid I'll look stupid. I'm afraid people will judge what I post. I don't want anyone to laugh at me. I don't want to feel embarrassed in public. My body thinks hiding is safer than being seen. This shame is trying to protect me from rejection. This fear of looking awkward. This fear of saying the wrong thing. This fear that people will think I'm cringe. This fear that I will regret putting myself out there. This part of me that wants to delete everything and disappear. All this shame, embarrassment, and fear of being judged. All right, take a deep breath. Let's bring up the original belief. If I put myself out there, I'll look stupid and people will judge me. What number is that now from 0 to 10? If the number is the same, notice that. If the number moved down, notice that. If the number even moved up, notice that, okay? It's okay. Sometimes just naming the shame, naming the feeling makes the charge rise at first. We're not going to force it, okay? We're just going to talk about it. We're just going to address it. It's probably been trapped in your body for a long, long time. Now, let's move on to that freestyle round. If a memory, body sensation, phrase, or deeper layer came up during the last round, or it just comes to mind right now, bring that up and let's tap on it, okay? You don't have to. You can stay general if you need to, but I would highly encourage you to really like go to the root, because when you go to the root, that's what's ultimately going to help. I'm going to do one round as an example. You can feel free to skip forward to the next round. But either which way, what we want to do here is we want to bring up an actual memory, okay? So this is the freestyle round. This freestyle round is just about bringing up whatever is authentic to you, whatever is true to you. And you're just going to tap through it. You're going to talk about it and you're going to tap through it, okay? We're going to talk and tap through it. Yeah, so for me, cringe. Yeah, cringe. Yeah. There were some videos in the past that I've posted where I judge myself. I judge like profile pictures. I judge the angle. I judged quite a few things about myself, and I was embarrassed. And again, like I mentioned before in previous videos, I would post. I had a different YouTube channel and I grew that to about 15,000 subscribers before I stopped. I was getting success very fast on this one and I wasn't used to that. I was not regulated to handle that. And this was something that I wanted for a while, for a couple years. You know, I had other YouTube channels before that one. I must have had at least like 5 different YouTube channels. One was about like, fitness, personal training. And then another one was for, vlog. And then another one was for the other niche that I was in. And man, like, when I finally got the thing, when I finally got the subscribers, the likes, the comments, I was getting clients. So I was actually getting like paid to do this stuff. Couldn't handle it. I could not emotionally handle it. I couldn't emotionally handle it because I wasn't regulated. All right. And so after a while, when I started getting like negative comments, started getting those negative comments. I couldn't handle it. I wasn't centered. I wasn't grounded within myself. That wasn't the reason why I quit YouTube. There was a whole COVID lockdown in 2020, and I was not going to support YouTube. I was not. The only reason why I'm back on YouTube this time around is because I went through a very traumatic experience. I had PTSD-like symptoms, and I said, okay, you know what, God, if you want me to be seen and heard, all right, I'm going to be here on camera. That's it. So I'm here again, right? But I'm coming from now a place where I'm incredibly detached. Like like if YouTube takes down my channel, I don't care. I'm not in that space anymore where I'm like desperate, It's a freeing space, but I still have things to work through, right? So yeah, I remember on that last YouTube channel, it was pretty cringe. I remember even on previous YouTube channels, it was pretty embarrassing to like ask people to subscribe to my channel. Like I literally went on Facebook and I was messaging people and say, hey, can you subscribe to my YouTube channel? Not good. Not good for me. Not good for me personally, not for me, And it showed too, because no one was watching regardless. Even if people subscribed, no one was watching my channel. They did not give a shit. Didn't care. So yeah, I just remember these times where it was embarrassing. Oh, there we go. Childhood memory. And that's the root cause right there you go. I remember this time where I felt really embarrassed when I was like 5 years old. Like I peed myself at a daycare. And then there was another time too when I was in junior high school. Someone wanted to I thought someone wanted to shake my hand, and then I slipped. And then I fell on my ass. And then people were laughing at me, and the kid was laughing at me. So, it was pretty embarrassing for me. I felt very embarrassed because, again, it's at that time where you're like your kid, you're a teenager, and you want to be liked by people, you want to be validated, whatever. I understand that. I understand. And now at 37, I just don't give a fuck. Like, whatever, it does not matter. But these were the things I had to go through. And so just to give you an idea, bring up those memories, bring up those emotions, bring up what you're feeling, okay? And take a deep breath in. And let's bring back the original belief. If I put myself out there, I'll look stupid and people will judge me. What number is that now from 0 to 10? No pressure. Let's just track where we are right now. Now let's shift into the neutral round and let's shift our perspective. Starting from the top of the head. Maybe this shame is protection. Maybe this part of me is trying to keep me safe from judgment. Maybe I don't need to attack myself for feeling embarrassed. Maybe feeling cringe does not mean I'm doing something wrong. Maybe it means I'm doing something new. Maybe being a beginner in public is allowed. Maybe I can learn without hiding. Maybe I can be imperfect and still be seen. Maybe I do not need to disappear to be okay. Maybe one honest step is enough for today. Maybe I can move slowly and still move forward. Maybe I can thank this protective part of me for trying to help me. Maybe I can release shame from a job it was never meant to carry forever. Maybe my purpose matters more than this moment of embarrassment. Maybe I'm safe enough to be a beginner in public. Let's take another deep breath in. Let's bring back up the original belief. If I put myself out there, I'll look stupid and people will judge me. What number are we at now from 0 to 10? Notice if the number changed. Notice any different sensations in your body now. And now let's shift it again now. Positive anchoring belief, top of the head. I choose to be gentle with myself. I am willing to be a beginner. I allow myself to learn in public. I do not need to be perfect to be real. I am safe to take one honest step. I can handle feeling a little embarrassed. I can handle someone having an opinion. I can stay with myself while being seen. I can share before it feels perfect. I choose self-trust over self-attack. I choose courage. I can speak, post, or share one step at a time. My purpose matters more than feeling embarrassed. I am safe to show up as a real human. It is safe to be a beginner in public. Now take another deep breath in. Repeat the original belief. If I put myself out there, I will look stupid and people will judge me. What number is that now from 0 to 10? Notice if the belief feels less true. Notice if one small step feels more possible for you. And let's go here to the next one, the 9-gamut procedure. So what we're going to do here is we're going to anchor in a positive belief for the session, which is, it is safe to be me. It's okay. I'm comfortable being me. No. Let's see. It's safe to be me. It's safe to be me. Take a deep breath with me and say this. It's safe to be me. Before we anchor it, check the belief for a moment. When you say it, it's safe to be me. How true does that feel from 0 to 10? 0 means it doesn't feel true at all. 10 means it feels completely true. Just notice your number, okay? We're going to follow this 9-step procedure, and I want you to follow my instructions, okay? We're going to stop tapping now. Put our hand like this, okay? We're going to tap on this 9-gamut point, which is between the pinky and the knuckle, okay? We're going to make a fist, and let's start tapping. I want you to close your eyes. Repeat after me. It's safe to be me. Open your eyes. It's safe to be me. Look down to the left. It's safe to be me. Look down to the right. It's safe to be me. Roll your eyes clockwise. It is safe to be me. Roll your eyes counterclockwise. It is safe to be me. Hum happy birthday. It is safe to be me. Count from 1 to 10 in reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is safe to be me. Hum again. Happy birthday. It is safe to be me. Look down through your chest and then up. It is safe to be me. Grab your wrist, take a deep breath in. It is safe to be me. Namaste pose. One deep breath. It is safe to be me. Good. Now just relax. Great job. All right, let's take a deep breath now and let's just bring back that original idea, the original belief. Okay. Imagine yourself posting, speaking, or sharing something before it feels perfect. Say the original belief again. If I put myself out there, I'll look stupid and people will judge me. Now I want you to compare this number to where you started. What number is it now from 0 to 10? So if it was at a 8, hopefully it's at a 4. This is your final suds rating for the original fear. I want you to notice what changed in your body as well. Notice what changed in your breath. Notice also what changed in your mind. Okay. Notice if the words feel less true. If the number is lower, awesome. Let yourself notice that. And if the number is still high and it hasn't changed, it doesn't mean anything. It just means that there's probably another layer. So we have to keep tapping. So feel free to repeat this session or to go even deeper with yourself and ask yourself, okay, well, what is the root cause of me feeling cringe, embarrassed, and ashamed to speak my truth, to speak up, to share what I need to share? It's very likely that there was an experience and there's a trapped emotion there. And all we got to do is just tap on that. And let's end off here with a little prayer intention. Thank you, God. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Mighty I Am Presence. Thank you, Great Divine Spirit Team. Thank you, Subconscious Mind. God, I ask you to please release all forms and feelings of cringe, shame, embarrassment, and self-judgment from our body, mind, nervous system, and consciousness. Send it back to your light now for permanent and everlasting transformation and transmutation. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Please clear the fear of looking stupid, being laughed at, fear of being seen before we feel ready. And let's clear these patterns gently. And let's seal in this new pattern of really feeling calm and safe in our body to express ourselves, to express our purpose, to fulfill our dharma. Please help us become more available to take one aligned step towards our purpose. And so it is. And so it was. Thank you. All right. Almost there. Good job today. So the next thing that I want you to do, again, remember, after these videos, after you tap, post something. Just do it. Just do it. Okay. We have to make sure that we're just taking the shots. Okay. So maybe you have your own little system. Maybe you need to use ChatGPT or AI to help you generate a script. Okay. So what? Just do it. Just do it. Okay. And it's okay even if you have to read it from your phone and you're recording it. Like I do that, and I do that on purpose because I'm not looking for perfection. I'm not looking for any of those things. I'm just doing it to do it now at this stage and make it just a more comfortable thing for me to be on camera. And that's fine, The point of all this is to show our nervous system that it's safe to be seen. It's safe to be heard, okay? We need to be in a good internal state first before we execute. I strongly believe, because otherwise you're going to be second guessing yourself. You're going to be overthinking it, and you're not going to be taking the shots as you need to, okay? So having said that, thanks for tapping with me. If you feel like this EFT session helped you, I think the next video, the next topic that we're going to be tapping on is going to help you. We're going to go even deeper, okay? So make sure that you watch this video right over here, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Done. All right, cool. That's going to have to wrap up today, but we did it, We got it done. We put it out there and we got it done. So I created 4 or 5 pieces of content today, long form videos, and I'm going to come back over here after my meeting and I'm going to